Hi guys, welcome back to Rob's Arsenal Recap, and in this video we're going to discuss the comparison between the two keepers, David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale. Now, for me, Arsenal have been lackadaisical when it comes down to like replacing players, allowing certain players to run down their contracts, allowing basically players that's not good enough to play for our great club. So for me, this is a brilliant, a welcoming surprise to see Arteta like being this ruthless with players. Because Aaron Ramsdale, we saw he declined a bit last season, and based off the story that came out this season about his unfortunate, basically the situation with him and his missus, we saw that could be the reason why we saw declining performances from him. However, Arteta doesn't care. I know Ramsdale said that Arteta was there to support him. Arteta was there to basically let him know that everything's going to be okay and things like that. But Arteta, at the same time, then the following season, like a few months afterwards, you're going to get one of the best goalkeeper in the league. To me, Arteta is being ruthless even to keepers, and that's the thing. Like in my previous video, I spoke about how Arteta is basically transcending the managers in the Premier League right now in terms of the thinking pattern, in terms of how he's setting up his team. Basically, everyone keeps saying he got his training philosophy from Pep Guardiola, and that's the thing. Like every young manager learns from another experienced manager. Guardiola learned from someone. Jurgen Klopp learned from someone. I think it was Bielsa. So every young manager has to learn from someone, and for me, it's a great compliment for him to be even recognized by Pep Guardiola to be his understudy. So that shows that he has some great qualities that Pep saw in him and wanted to take him over to the Etihad to be second. Now, coming back to the keepers, we're gonna do a bit of comparison, and the reason why I've said all that is because I see what Arteta is doing. Many people are saying, is Raya going to be the number one? Is Ramsdale going to be the number one? Who's going to be the number one? Is one keeper going to play in the cup matches while the other play in the Premier League? What's going to happen now? This is my take on the whole situation, right? I believe that Arteta, being this innovative person, now, this has never been done before. Let me add that this has never been done before. But what I believe that Arteta is doing, he's gonna have both keepers competing against each other on the training pitch and in matches. Let me give an example. If in training is say Arsenal has a training today, and David Raya done 5 saves, right, and he done 5. He got 5 clean sheets, because in training they do mock matches and things like that. So if David Raya got 5 clean sheets throughout the matches that they played, say they played 10, David Raya got 5. He got 5 clean sheets, no goal concede, 10 saves, and 2 saves per matches, and the success rate of the saves is about 60%, and he saved 5 penalties and goal and on and on and on. He got 5 high claims. Now, if Ramsdale don't beat that stats, I see that as David Raya will be starting the next match, and I believe it could be a possibility of every single training session they need to outshine each other. And it's like a friendly comparison, it's like a friendly war, it's like a friendly rivalry going on. I believe that that's what Arteta is trying to drive into the team, because it's in every single position. We see this rivalry happening. Now, everyone thought that it would never happen to Ramsdale, because it's not traditionally, no one's ever done that before, to have 2 goalkeepers competing each and every match to get in the starting lineup. And I don't think it's just about the training, also in the match situations. If, for example, now if Raya got picked based off those stats that he earned in training, and Ramsdale couldn't beat those stats and he got picked for the next match, and if Raya don't perform the way he was in training, or if he keeps making mistakes, then it's going to be back to the drawing board for Raya. That's how I see it. And then Ramsdale is going to have his opportunity now, but he has to take it in training. And then if he shines Raya in training the next training session, and then he comes into the team and take it, then I can see he's having a bit of a longer spell in the team for perhaps another 3-5 games. And then if Raya keep performing good in training, perhaps Raya need to redeem himself with another 3 extra excellent training session to redeem himself, to come back into the first team, to have that match again. So I believe that this is what Arteta is trying to do, and I love it. I'm all for this. I'm not with the mindset to say, oh, what's going to happen to Raya? What's going to happen to Ramsdale now? We've got a new player. Ramsdale is going to feel discouraged. Who cares? Like, this is a professional club. This is a world-class club, like one of the best clubs in the world. Like, we haven't got time to be worrying about players' feelings when it comes down to competition. You're a big club in the world. You should be thriving off competition, right? So if you're that type of player that when competition comes, you start sulking or you start getting discouraged, nah, you're not for our club. You're not for our club. Go down the road to the half chicken. Go down to the road, you get me? Go down to Chelsea, go Fulham, go somewhere else, go United, go somewhere else. You're not for our club. Now, to have some comparison, last season comparison between the two keepers, so we have 14 clean sheets for Ramsdale and 12 clean sheets for David Raya. Now, once again, this could be looked at in two ways, right? It could be looked at the fact that Ramsdale had a better defense than Raya, right? So because Ramsdale had a better defense, his defense was stronger and more sturdy to basically, so he didn't have to face a lot of shots at target in order to make saves, in order to have clean sheets. So now, when it comes down to goal conceded, we see Ramsdale with 43 goal conceded and Raya with 46. It's the same thing again. It could be because whereas Ramsdale has a better defense than Raya, than that he conceded less goal, and so those two stats goes for Ramsdale. So there's 2-0 to Ramsdale right now in the competition, in the comparison. Bearing in mind Ramsdale has a leg up. Ramsdale has basically a leg up on Raya because of his defense. He had a better defense last season than David Raya at Brentford. Now, when it comes down to save, once again, Ramsdale had 95 saves and David Raya have 154 saves throughout the season. And this also could tell you that it's because of the defense of Arsenal. This is why Ramsdale faced fewer shots in order to make fewer saves and conceded less goal and had more clean sheets. It's because of the defense. Compare 154 saves to 95, right? And out of that 154 saves, he managed to only concede 46 goals and 12 clean sheets. Now, to me, that's a brilliant stats for David Raya. That's a very good stat. Now, when we go down to the saves per match, we see Ramsdale making 2.5 saves per match, while David Raya making 4 saves per match. Once again, because of the defense of Brentford is open up, and Raya had to be facing a lot more shots than Ramsdale. Now, this is something that could be judged based off an even metrics, if you would like, because it's a percentage of the save percentage, which is Ramsdale at a 68.84% save success, while David Raya has 77. Now we could see that based off all that metrics put together, this is not an unfair comparison. I would say this would be the most fair comparison out of all the one I've mentioned so far, because it's based off the success percentage, based off how much shots were taken and how brilliant you were at keeping them out the sticks. So we see that David Raya with 1 point on the board in terms of comparison, while Ramsdale have David Raya have 2. Sorry, he has the saves per match, which is 4, and he has the save success. But for me, the save success rate percentage is the better metrics to be going off out of all the ones I've mentioned so far. So to me, even though it's 3-2 to Ramsdale in terms of comparison on the points, really it should be Raya won. That's how I see it in my personal mind. Now, penalty faced, Ramsdale faced 5 penalties and David Raya faced 2. Both of them didn't save any, so that's no comparison right there. Now, when it comes down to punches, Ramsdale made 4 punches and David Raya made 10. Sorry, Ramsdale made 14 punches and David Raya made 10. Now, one could say that Ramsdale is better in the hair than David Raya, because he went and done 14 punches while Raya only done 10. But when we see the next stats, we're going to see that it's not all as it seems, which is the eye claims. Now, in the eye claims, Ramsdale got 22. So out of that 22, out of all the claims he faced, the balls he faced in the air, he punched 14 and he claimed 22. So altogether, that's 36 eyeballs he faced, and he only punched 14 and claimed the rest, which is 22. Now, David Raya, on the other hand, made 52 claims. Now, I want you to look and understand the meaning or the metrics. 52 claims. That's a brilliant return. So he faced 62 high balls and he claimed 52, meaning that he sucked it. He held on to it. He didn't let it go, while he punched 10. Now, one of the main reasons why I believe Arteta is signing this kid, which is David Raya, is because he's got a very good distribution. And if you claim the ball 52 times, there's going to be a very high percentage that is going to distribute it at a higher pace, at a higher speed, and more accurate. And there's going to be a quicker turnover for the person who is keeping for. In last season's case, it was Brentford. In this season's case, I believe it's going to be for us, right? In terms of between him and Ramsdale, I believe that his percentage, his high claims, is going to be way above Ramsdale, and because of that, he's better suited for our team, because in our team, when we don't need punches, we need people that can aggressively claim the ball, go out and jump and aggressively claim it out. After you claim it, distribute it straight away, because then we got Martinelli. If you remember last season, about 3 matches, Ramsdale had the chance. I remember clearly, vividly, Ramsdale had the chance to kick the ball over to Martinelli. However, he did not do that because he did not he does not have a very good ball distribution. So I see Martinelli running, and Ramsdale kicked it, and then a full shot, and then the defender intercept. While if it just was over a few more centimeters or a few more millimeters over the defender's head, that would be a clear chance on goal for Martinelli. So, and I believe when you watch David Raya last season, he kept on finding Ivan Toney, kept on finding Mbueno. This is the type of situation he thrives in. So this is why I believe that David Raya in this situation is going to be very good than Ramsdale. Now, the last metrics we see is a sweeper clearance, which Ramsdale got 15, and once again, the man in demand, David Raya, has 22. And that simply means that after the ball beats the defensive line, then the keeper is shotting out like a bullet, right? He's shotting out the goal like a bullet. Now, we see that David Raya is quick on his feet, and we heard recently that when he was young, he done a lot of futsal. So this is why he's so good with his feet, he's technical with his feet, because he done a lot of futsal. And we know that when you do futsal, you could become basically like Messi, like Neymar, like Ronaldinho. These players, you learn these tricks, these trades, these shots, these turns, you learn these things when you do futsal. And David Raya done it from a young and a tender age, so it's built in him. So to be shotting off your line, to be quick off your line, coming and sweeping up the clearances, to be doing high claims. I don't care about the punches. I don't want you to punch. I want you to suck it and then distribute it to my forward line with Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Bukayo Saka. You know, if you give the ball, if David Raya span the ball, right, do a nice accurate kick right on the foot on the left leg, on the left peg of Bukayo Saka, you know that's going to be a one-on-one charge with the defender. You know Bukayo Saka is going to do him, and once you do him, it's just a one-on-one with the keeper. Or if he lands it on Gabriel Jesus' chest, right on the chest, I believe that David Raya has that ability to just drop it on Gabriel Jesus' chest, and then that's it. He's going to hold up the defender, take it on his chest, pass it off to Martinelli or to Saka, that's it, bang, goal. So I believe that out of these metrics, we see David Raya is better in saves per match, he's better in save success percentage, and he's better in eye claims and sweeping clearance. And to me, those are the four most important bits of the whole stats. And David Raya comes number one in it. So who do I think is gonna start in number one for Arsenal? I don't believe against Crystal Palace. I believe it's gonna be too soon for David Raya to start and goal. However, the next match after, I believe that David Raya is going to give Ramsdale a serious run for his money, right? Because I believe he's going to perform well in training sessions, and I believe once he gives him the opportunity, he's going to keep Ramsdale out of the team until he makes some mistakes. When he makes a mistake or he's not performing as good in training, that's when Ramsdale is going to have a look in. But for me, this is a very good idea from Arteta. I have to applaud it, right? This guy is always making innovation. He's not satisfied with the status quo. He's not satisfied, and this is why I love him. This is why, for me, he's the best manager in the world. Now, many people might disagree with me, and I understand if you disagree with me, but I am the type of person I look in the future. I speak about the future. And right now, even though he's not the best in the world as of this moment, I'm speaking in the future. He's the best in the world, right? And so, big up Arteta once again for this innovation, for this signing, and don't get me even started on the deal. Brilliant signing by Edu, which we got him on loan, a year's loan for $3 million, a year's loan, and that's a brilliant, and with an option to buy next season. And that's another brilliant thing that I see Arsenal is doing. Their transfer structures, systems are way better than before, when we were letting Van Persie go to United, letting Sanchez go for United. Our transfer decisions have been brilliant. It's been brilliant since Edu and Arteta came in charge and disrupt the whole disrupt the whole system of what was going on before they came. So thank you for watching. Those are my 2 cents. Those are my opinion on why David Raya will be the number one keeper for Arsenal. So catch you in the next video. Goodbye and out.